Russia's economy is not as resilient as Putin claims. It has become increasingly difficult to find resources to continue the war against Ukraine. The Kremlin is now forced to cut payments for those wounded at the front, cut social spendings, and stop many programs and projects, even those related to infrastructure.
Putin modified compensation promised for Russian servicemen wounded while fighting in Ukraine, a clear indicator that the Kremlin is trying to cut the mounting short- and long-term costs of the war and restore balance to the Russian economy. These policies demonstrate that the Russian economy is not as resilient to Western sanctions, monetary constraints, and the cost of war effort as the Russian government postures, from a report by the Institute for the Study of War.
Earlier, Putin guaranteed a one-time payment of 3 million rubles to all Russian servicemen injured in Kremlin's war against Ukraine. However, in November 2024, payments for some types of wounds were reduced by 30 times.
Now, compensation of 3 million rubles will be paid for severe injuries, 1 million rubles for minor wounds, and 100,000 rubles for other injuries, the government decree says. The document notes that the differentiation of payments will allow to provide substantial support to servicemen who have received severe injuries and traumas, from the Verstka publication on Telegram.
In Russia's state budget for 2025, planned spending on the military-industrial complex and the army has increased by 27% to more than 13 trillion rubles compared to 2024. But spending on healthcare remains at the same level, less than 2 trillions. Taking into account the rapidly growing inflation, it means that they have actually been reduced. Record investments in the military-industrial complex and military expenditures led to the devaluation of the ruble, an increase in the discount rate to 21%, uninterrupted price growth and stagnation.
Russia has joined the club of the most unsuccessful countries in terms of monetary policy because countries like Turkey or Venezuela have such high interest rates. All these countries have very big problems with the economy, with inflation, with rising prices. This is what Russians will feel as a result of the inflated military spendings.
Economists explain that the country has entered a period of stagflation. This is an extremely painful situation when inflation and constant price growth are accompanied by economic stagnation.
Russia is marching full steam ahead into stagflation. It is the most disgusting situation there can be, a stagnant economy with high inflation. Nobody knows how to get out of it. On the one hand, you have to fight stagnation by investing more money, but as you invest, inflation increases. And if you fight inflation, you stop the flow of money and you get stagnation. Then there's no point in doing anything. It is as if you take laxatives and sleeping pills at the same time.
Stagflation will affect absolutely all spheres of the economy, experts predict, just some less, others more. Regulated pricing may soon be introduced in the country. This means that the hungry 90s will no longer be in the past, but will soon become a reality for the citizens of the Federation. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Yulia Granovska, UATV News.